Is Treyarch listening? So, I was very curious leading up to the BO7 Zombies gameplay reveal because of all the leaks I'd been hearing, which I didn't want to believe until I actually saw it on an official video or blog post. And well, here it is. So, the trailer for BO7 looks good. It actually looks like a zombies map, sounds like one, and they seemingly put more effort into this trailer, unlike the multiplayer, which was so low energy and lazy. This actually looks fun. But will it be? Well, let's see. I didn't want to read too much about the locations, I just cared about the gameplay mechanics. First thing that caught my attention was the changes to the standard zombies. Them not only slowing the rates at which super sprinters begin to appear, but also preventing the armored zombies from super sprinting altogether. This is a good change. Because when you have these enemies that essentially just take more damage and move faster than regular enemies, it just makes you wonder, why not make all zombies armored on high rounds? This gives much more distinction to the enemy types and makes sense. The zombies with armor move slower. I like this. And giving them a little bit of explosive resistance, in a way, will do good in making you tackle them differently. But also, I wanted to highlight this. Sliding into normal zombies knocks them down. You know what that reminds me of? BO4 zombies reacting to your shots, giving your actions weight when hitting them, so they don't just feel like they glide through the environments when you're trying to dodge them. These things all sound good. As being constantly hit every single second in BO6 really made the game flow feel less than stellar. So this gives me a little hope that the enemies will be a bit more fair to deal with. Now, this is the important part. We have 4 modes at launch in BO7. Standard, Directed, Survival, and Cursed. Which there were rumors earlier this week, but now it's confirmed. So let's deep dive into this. Standard says it'll have a main quest and side quest content. Which, yes, more of that please. Then Directed, don't care about that. Survival will have no quests. I guess that means side quests too, which I don't think I agree with, because think back to BO3 Chronicles. They at least added a little side quest to each map in the Samantha ammo reward. But more so, I think not having the main quest be the focus is good. However, depending on how limited each survival map is going to be, like if Pack-a-Punch is on it or not, having something like the side quest on Groston House, for example, which Pack-a-Punch the box, things like that is what we need. But it's how this relates to the next mode that I'm a little worried. Here we are. Cursed. Take on a new experience featuring some legacy mechanics with numerous side quests to unearth increasingly potent and cursed relics. Activate these relics to face harder challenges in exchange for new levels of power, replayability, and rewards. Okay, there's so much to unpack here. First, it says it's a new experience with some legacy mechanics and numerous side quests. So, it's not going to be entirely like classic zombies, which I imagine doesn't include a single pack level, repacking to get an AAT, no weapon rarities, and zombies not doing more damage over time, and increasing health scaling on enemies. Now, there may be relics which change these mechanics, but here's the part that has me worried. It says numerous side quests to get relics. Now, does that mean that when you play Cursed mode, you spawn on the map and don't access the regular side quest content that you do in Standard mode? And what about the map's main Easter egg? Because what players have wanted is to take these existing Modern Zombies maps and put the classic mechanics onto them. But the way this is worded makes it sound as if you spawn into the map and the only deeper features are the mini quests to get the relics, so you can activate them and make the mode more and more like classics. Another question, will Cursed be on both the main and the survival maps? Or is it just the regular Ashes of the Damned map? Because I bet you players are going to want to have the classic pistol starts on simple survival maps. And if we can't do that, it'll be a bummer. Especially when in here it states that more survival maps are coming throughout the seasons, which is good. Look, we just want to find a way to avoid these damn weapon rarities. Another thing they have in here that backs up my statement These paragraphs here go into how the relics work, and with this mode focusing on getting them and challenges to acquire them, it makes it seem like this is what the deeper content on the map is. Which I really hope isn't the case, because if the only thing this mode can offer is challenges to unlock to make the mode more like Classic, and then once you unlock them, all the maps have no other content on them, you may as well just have been playing the survival maps in the first place. Don't get me wrong, I like the idea of this mode a lot, and how these relics work, it's exactly how the relics worked in Extinction. Yeah, even the name is the same too. If the relics only serve to get you more relics to make the mode more stripped back from modern mechanics, then what will be left afterwards? Modern maps with its unique content stripped away just to service this new mode? I hope not. But when you look at what the relic system does, how it works, it's like they're trying to add custom game options to the mode. Which, if we could get even half of what custom mutations in BO4 gave us, this would be a great thing. It really would. Now, here's a little something that goes a long way. Wall buys now give you ammo for the guns on return purchases. Thank you. Thank you. Actually having them serve a purpose now, even if you spawn in with that specific weapon, and not having me go up to a wall buy and just have a bunch of duplicate of the same gun dropping all over the floor. I still don't think that ammo crates should be in the game, but if they're going to scale in cost depending on the weapon, perhaps it'll encourage more wall buys. Because now, the crates are just stations to get ammo for wonder weapons, which I think is a terrible idea. You should only get more ammo from them by max ammo drops. Speaking of drops, changes to existing drops. Max ammos now refill your equipment. Okay, good. I pointed that out in BO6, so this feels like they're listening. But what's this? The random perk power-up has now been added to the randomly dropped power-ups? No. No, no, no! This is a terrible idea! Extra free perks were meant to be rewards for doing something secret or challenging, like side quests or completing Easter eggs, not by simply progressing through the game like normal. This is a terrible change. And so is making the Wonder Fizz appear only after all of the players have bought a certain amount of perks. You can't have the Wonder Fizz only appear after this requirement, and then also just have free perks start appearing at the same time. This feels like an issue they deliberately created, and then a horrible solution to band-aid it. Adding to this, getting free perks don't even make others cost more, which leads even more into this system being a bad idea all around. The Wonder Fizz has been a major problem for modern zombies for a while now, diluting the maps into just finding the Wonder Fizz, or just mass buying all the perks not on the map when it spawns. But having a system where perks are just given out for free, randomly? That's what gobblegums are for, not the basic gameplay. Besides this perk fiasco, the other systems like Cursed sounds like Treyarch and Kevin Drew are actually listening to feedback. Now I wish they'd just stop beating around the bush and just make all the classic mechanics just default, but alas, giving us the option to use them is better than nothing. But again, I'm wary on how this will all work because I like the maps I'm playing on to have good depth to them, and I hope this game delivers. It's funny, the Cursed mode description sounds almost exactly like how I describe good maps and mechanics in my videos, with new levels of power, replayability, and rewards. That sounds almost like someone at Treyarch wrote that for me, saying, hey, you want depth, you want things to do, and some classic mechanics? Well, how about this? Well, it sounds good to me. I'm not super over the moon hyped, but this sounds like a step in the right direction, and you best believe I'm going to give it a fair and deep look when the game comes out. And just because they love to tease me, there's going to be a bit of zombies playable in the beta. So I'll be pre-ordering that so Henry and I can try it out for your guys' enjoyment. Look forward to that whenever it releases.